Oh. Ooh. Oh, we're on. Hi there. Mike Barter again. You know, out of all the videos we've done, it dawned on me and just realized it hit me like a ton of bricks, like a moving freight train hitting a taxi cab stalled in the middle of the tracks, that we have not covered the Clove hitch. And since I had all the beta together for a Clove hitch, from doing the Monster Munter, you know what the Monster Munter, that's, if you click here, that'll take you there. But anyhow, I thought, well, you know what? Why don't we kill two birds with one stone? And I will teach you, since I'm from Canada, that makes me an expert on making pancakes. And I'll also will cover the Clove hitch. So I thought first thing, because it's morning time here, and it's just after 7 o'clock, it's 7:15. We will, first I'll show you the ingredients you need to make pancakes. First, you need a box of this here official Aunt Jemima pancake mix, okay? Now I've tried several others over the years, Coyotes, so on and so forth, but Aunt Jemima seems to do it. And if you're in a developing nation like the United States or something like that, just send me $50 and I'll mail you a box of Aunt Jemima pancake mix. That's cool. And that includes postage and handling. So you take one of these here Aunt Jemima, 1 cup of that, throw it in there. 3/4 of a cup of water. Now pay attention, you might want to write this down. And then you need something to stir it with. And before we do that, let's preheat our pan, because we're going to need that sucker right away. And let's take don't want that puppy sticking, so we'll just give her one of these. There we go. Pan's preheated, things are ready to go. Okay, so the Clove hitch, I mean, that's the knot we use to tie in when we're on multi-pitch stations or wherever we have to stay locked into the mountain. And I prefer the Clove hitch for the main reason is that, well, it explains itself. So while I mix this up, why don't we just take a brief look at some of the terrain that you might use the Clove hitch in when you're locking to an anchor. And then we'll come back here and we'll show you the rest of how this goes. Okay, I got it.
Okay, you guys ready? Yeah. Okay.
Welcome back. Wasn't that exciting footage? That was actually from back in the day when we were guiding the British Army at their Trails End camp here in Canada on a route called the Northeast Ridge Chinaman's Peak, which has since been changed to Howling Peak. So, a couple more things before we get done. Let's turn on our monitor, our radio. Okay. Well, let's start scanning. In case there's good bear mauling. If I hear one on the radio, we'll go check it out. And nothing makes your day like a good bear mauling, you know? You get in there, it's like blood everywhere. It's pretty interesting. And another thing too, since it's after 7 o'clock in the morning, and if you're in North America above the 49th parallel, feel totally free to crack yourself a beer if it's after 7. It's your God-given right as a Canadian. Okay, so let's get a pancake going here. There we go. And then let's have a look at that Clove hitch there, and I'll just teach you how to do that, and then we'll come on back here and have a little chat before we go. Okay, see you in a bit. First I teach them the Clove hitch, and I go, okay, make a loop, tail on one side, make another loop, tails on the other side. So you can see their tails are opposing each other, pass the loops behind each other, look like that. Clip it into a carabiner, pull it tight, take a good look at it. And that was the way we would clip into an anchor on pitch station 99.999% of the time, right? So we would use this. And the reason we would use that is because if I wanted to go over there and have a look over the edge, then I could easily adjust the hitch, take in a little slack, pull it, and then walk over and look, and I would never be off belay. So I was comfortable with that. And with clients also would come up and I'd hook them in the Clove hitch and they want to take pictures of their buddy. Well, I could easily adjust the length of their hitch and they would be on belay all the time. And that made me comfortable. And that was what was really important. Ooh. There we go. Now, we got to get a few things together here. To your pancakes, feel free to add, fresh fruits like blueberries, strawberries, or chopped up bananas for banana pancakes. And it does the uneven cooking thing within the pancake, so it gets a little doughy around the fruit stuff, but don't worry about that. Because as the great guide Conrad Kane once said, hunger makes the best sauce. So if that pancake don't taste good today, it'll taste great tomorrow. Okay? So this one here, this little puppy's just about ready. More milk. Un momento, por favor. The boss is calling for milk. Hey, I'm on it. Like a warden on a donut. Here you go. Come on. So the Clove hitch, as you see, is quite simple to do, but be really careful. You can get it wrong, and so make sure before you start trusting it or leaning back on it when you're on an anchor, you cinch it up really good and you recognize that's what it is. This is a Clove hitch, and pull it on it really good. Make sure it doesn't move, because if you're not really familiar with it, you can kind of flip it into a munter hitch sometimes. And then I've had this before where I'm teaching people, and then they'd lean back on it, and all of a sudden they go zinging down on a munter hitch, which is, fortunately it'd be in slow motion, but they thought they were on a Clove hitch. And a number of times I've watched people, turn a Clove hitch into a munter hitch. Is more times than you've had a hot breakfast. Okay, so to carry on here now, you have to add some butter, of course. I prefer butter over margarine because at least your body knows what butter is and it doesn't know what margarine is, right? And let's see now. Oh, and pure maple syrup. Okay, don't go for that fructose glucose corn syrup stuff, because that's what we up here we call telephone pole syrup. And a little bit of that there. And then we spread it around. And you know what the great thing about these Canadian pancakes are? Is that just one bite and you are speaking perfect French. Watch this. I don't know a word of French. That's good. 2 bites. Los quiero, habla francés. El problema es no personas comprende francés en Banff. Es muy problema. Huh? See what I mean? Perfect French. All right. Well, this is Mike Barter signing out. Now you know the Clove hitch. Use it. Other knots will work, of course, and everybody's, you're going to see a bunch of stuff on the comments, 8 on a bite works fine. The Alpine butterfly knot is so 60s, early 70s. I don't even mention that anymore, but I always get comments on people, well, the Alpine butterfly knot. But these, those people, give them 5 more years, they're all going to be dead. They can't remember. Nobody remembers that knot anymore. So, Mike Barter signing out. Say goodbye.